Okay, everyone, please let me know when you see me come back with my picture. And we got the right microphone. All right, we're all good? All right, very good. All right, so here we go. 3, 2, 1, action. Hey guys, what's up? It's Tim Michael from TimMichaelArts.com, and we're going to do a live tutorial here on Livestream. And this tutorial is going to talk a little bit about forward perspective versus 3/4 perspective. And basically what that means is I'm sick and I'm going to be choking up a lot while I'm doing this, so have fun! Anyway, here's what we're going to do. I keep getting that messed up. We're going to, I'm going to show you first how to draw the face straight forward. And the reason why, to do that, I'm doing that because I want to show you the difference between the face straight forward and the face slightly turned. So straight forward is like my face looking directly at you as best as possible. 3/4 means that my face is turned a little bit like this. So that means that there's a change of perspective. There's a different formula that goes along for this face, and there's lots more on that that I sell on my website. You can check my advanced art tutorials on TimMichaelArts.com. Also, tons and tons of free tutorials on YouTube, so make sure you check those out. Let's go ahead and just get started with the basics and start drawing out the straightforward perspective. That way I can show you perfect perspective and we can go off of that. I know I've mentioned that in some past videos, but my YouTubers are telling me that this is not a tutorial that I standardized, that I made by itself, so we're going to go ahead and give this a shot. So first let me go ahead and turn off my sound here. Okay, great. Alright, so here we go. Let's go ahead and start with the basic idea of a straightforward head. So if we go ahead and draw our head, and if you want to look in my YouTube videos, I can talk about the cross and how that works with your face and stuff like that. But I'm just going to do this very quickly, okay? So we have this, and if you've seen my other tutorials, you'll know what this is about. You can go ahead and start drawing in your features, and as you draw them in perfect perspective, there's a couple special lines that you need to remember. Let me go ahead and go with a harder brush here. A couple things that you need to remember about this. Alright, so first things first, perfect perspective means that a person's face, or perfect proportions, I think is the better term, is showing a person's face perfectly symmetry. Perfect symmetry. Wow, I'm all tongue twisted tonight. Let's go ahead and start with 5 eyes that go across. So let's get the middle one there. So Cyclops, and then we're going to build the eyes off the side. If they're all exactly the right size, going from one side of the face to the other, then you have perfect symmetry, and the 2 eyes here and here are your eyes that you will be using. Your eyebrows will go above. Eyebrows sit in different places on people's heads, depending on the brow region up here, the amount of fat in that area of the face, so you just got to keep all that in mind. The inside of the eyes are going to line up with the outside nostrils of the nose, so you want to keep that in mind. Also, the outside of the nose, well, actually the pupils of the eyes, the pupils of the eyes coming down will measure up with the outside of the lips. Now the nose is up really high. I'm doing more of a caricature format here, but if this was correct, this would be dropped down a little bit lower, right over the mouth, where you can have that little U that usually goes over the lip. And then from the somewhere mid eyebrow to the bottom of your nose, let me go ahead and see if I can clean up some of my chicken scratch here. That way that'll make a little bit more sense, hopefully. Here we go. If you go from the eyebrow to the bottom of the nose, give or take, that's going to be where your ear is going to sit on both sides. So top of the eyebrow to the bottom of the nose. There you go. And then you can design the rest of the face. And there's other proportions too, but the ones that I usually cover, that I feel are the most important, are those aspects right there. So here's the issue with drawing it straightforward, and this is something I find that a lot of my students on YouTube, a lot of my fans have a hard time with. And that's trying to keep everything in perfect proportion. So as you have your cross, let me make that a little smaller. When you draw something like your nose, you start the nose and then you draw a nostril here and a nostril here. And if you don't do that exactly even, it's not going to look right. I think that nostril looks more closed than this one. There could be lots of errors there. Certainly as you're coming up and you're looking at the eyes are going to, need to be exactly aligned. There's lots of things that could go wrong. So the more that you try and draw directly straight forward, there's lots of issues that could stop you and keep you in trouble. Now, it doesn't mean that straightforward is bad. I think it's a very good thing if you can get the hang of it. And also, no person's face is really straightforward. I know one of my nostrils on my own face is more closed than the other. I think one of my eyes is more slanted than the other. There's different features on a person's face split right down the center that can be changed on both sides, and that's what you got to keep an eye on as you draw people. And that's what that's all about. So that's the main issue with drawing straightforward, and that's that you have the different sides of the face that you want to make sure you keep even, and it's harder to do. But here's the trick: 3/4 perspective. Now let's talk about that. We're already 5 minutes in, so I need to hurry up. 3/4 perspective is like taking that beach ball, if you've seen my tutorial, and twisting it in your hand so that it's turned a little bit to the side. And as it's turned towards the side, then you can structure the face off of that towards the side like this. And there we go. And once you have that, then you have a whole new set of proportions. But let me tell you, it's much easier, because when you work on the proportions now this way, you're going to have your new structuring, which is going to be your eyes, your nose, and your mouth. And really, I could bring down the mouth a bit more, because the chin's going to be structured a little different here too. Your eyes, you need to remember that the further away from the camera is smaller, closer to the camera is bigger. So as you're drawing here, you want to make your one eye here on this side larger than the other. And then also you need to remember, if you have your nose in a certain place, that it might overlap depending on how much you've 3/4 this face. Tongue twister. Anyway, here we go. We'll go ahead and draw in some eyes. So like that, okay? So you can already see that it's kind of looking to the side, but here's the positive. Now that I'm going to draw the nose, I don't have to worry about those nostrils being perfectly even, because when I draw the nose, I'm going to draw the bridge of the nose, I'm going to draw the bottom of the nose, I'm going to draw one nostril, and then every now and then you might need to draw the other one. But that's it. It's as simple as that. So you don't have to worry about the perspective nearly as much as you have to worry about the shape of the nose as it comes down and what that shape is right there, instead of having to look at, okay, how do I make this right here look like it's actually popping off the face? And that's really hard to do. So if you do it in the 3/4 perspective, well, you pop that right off the face, just like that. Your mouth is going to be in alignment with the nose, so you just remember that little lip thing here is going to go right down there. And you need to remember, right, we're running out of room over here, so that means I got to make that side of the lip smaller, this side of the lip larger. And you know that 3/4 perfect perspective I was talking about? You can use that same idea here. Your inside of your outside of your nose is going to line up with the inside of your eyes. So I can tell you kind of where that other nostril is going to be. Your eyes, your eyeballs, your pupils, they're going to line up with the mouth. So that means that you can draw your mouth how you want. Okay. And then you're going to do that little U. What I think about here is I think about a little arrow that points in at the eye, exactly. And that is where your brow is. You can build your cheek off and your chin off of that. And your ear, and you got to remember your eyebrow. Here's the cool thing. You can take a line and you can start on the side of the face, work your way over to the bridge of the nose, and work your way down your nose without even picking up your pen once. That's what's so cool about that part of the structuring of the face. You can see that anywhere you look, I'm trying to look at my camera here and see if I can see this. I can take this and come right around, right to the bridge of my nose, and connect. And you can continue that down even into the lips. So the same idea over here, you can connect that to this bridge of the nose, and if you want to give the nose a bit more of a 3D effect, then you can actually add a little bit more of the structure in the middle of the nose. Then you can put your ear in, because now you know where your eyebrow is and the bottom of your nose is. And as you can see, I personally think this looks a lot better. It shows a lot more 3D effect, shows a lot more life, I personally think, than that face that's drawn straight forward. I think that there's a lot more that you can do with a structuring like this instead of a directly straightforward piece. That's also the good thing about drawing in real life in comparison to drawing on paper. I mean drawing from a picture. Because if you're drawing from a picture, you can't have that person turn their head unless they actually give you a picture of their head in a 3/4 perspective view. But if they're not doing that, then you have to draw what you get. And that's the only problem with drawing not in real life. Now, a lot of people need to draw in picture form because they don't know how to draw in real life. And I had that problem for a long time too. That's called practice. So anyway, guys, thank you very much. I hope that you enjoyed that little tutorial. I know it was kind of fast, 10 minutes long, going on 11 minutes. So God bless you richly. I love you all, and I hope that helped. Please let me know if there's anything else you want to learn. Also, come to the live stream. I have 4 people on here with me right now watching this tutorial as I'm working on it. So you're more than welcome to come and join us, TimMichaelArts.com. Keep an eye out for the new t-shirts coming out. Keep an eye out for the new tutorials coming out on my website. New caricatures for sale. Lots of different stuff going on. So anyway, thanks a lot, guys. God bless you all, and I will see you later. And we will clear. Great. Let me go ahead and stop this and save it, and I'll be right back.